Feelings are like the weather, natural yet uncontrollable. Similar to clouds sweeping over a sunny day, emotions change quickly. Unfortunately, you can't control the weather or your feelings. The best you can do is to forecast the conditions and prepare for them. Take along an umbrella or a rain jacket. The same can be said for emotional eating. When you get to know your feelings well, you can predict your mood. Then you can arm yourself with the tools you need to cope with those feelings without food or any kind of mindless eating. Strong emotions also cloud your awareness, making it difficult to make objective decisions about what to eat. In the heat of an angry moment, you may say, "I don't care if I eat junk food," or "What the heck, I'll eat it anyway," when really you do mind. Sometimes people make feelings worse by how they react and label them. Instead of just noticing how you feel, you may find yourself categorizing your emotions in the same way you would everyday things, into 3 simple categories: pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral. Labeling a feeling as unpleasant can intensify it. For example, if you say, "This day was lousy," your body is listening. It will respond with the body movements to convey that you've had a crummy day. Your mind might answer, "Crummy day equals stress eating." Skill builder. Finding the emotional trigger. Meditation brings wisdom. Lack of meditation leaves ignorance. Know well what leads you forward and what holds you back, and choose the path that leads to wisdom. Buddha. If you have an episode of mindless eating, contemplate what events happened right before it. Start at the incident and mentally walk through the experience backward. You will be looking for an emotional trigger. It may be stress, loneliness, anger, etc. Examining the context of the situation leads you back to the feelings and thoughts that prompted the situation. There are many factors that could have made you susceptible to uncontrolled eating. Where were you? What were you doing? What were you feeling? What's tricky is when the emotional trigger didn't happen immediately before the mindless eating. Let's say that yesterday your boyfriend said something insensitive. You put it aside. Then it began to fester in your mind overnight, and then, the next day, something briefly flashed across your mind and you suddenly felt vulnerable. So the trigger can happen earlier in the day before, or the previous week. After you walk through the incident backward, walk through it again going forward this time. Be aware of the feelings that occurred after your bout of mindless eating. Once you have identified each behavior that led to the incident, try to identify the points when you might have taken a divergent path. Was there a fork in the road where you could have taken a different direction? For example, maybe you could have done your homework in your bedroom instead of the kitchen to prevent mindlessly picking at food when you got bored with studying. Commit the circumstances of this critical juncture to your memory.